It's just that easy, Ripper.
2 corners.
2 turns.
Just 2 turns, and you're that close.
A little bit of disregard, handful of complaints, but I can't help the fact that everyone can see these scars. What I want you to want, what I want you to feel.
You're gonna get halfway and be like, what? You won't feel that here because we're in the 1 teams on this track, so you won't get that feeling. But you will get a
80-mile-an-hour speed limit.
hard pack, lonely feeling in Denver most likely. So that's what we'll do in this one. We'll go 15 minutes on the clock, and let's judge the consistency afterwards. How big the gaps are. No big swings, no super fast ones, no super slow. Manage your pace, be as automatic as possible. We'll look at the times after and we'll check the gap. We'll go from the gate, we'll do a sight lap, drop a gate, 15, lock in. Just be ready for Denver, small floor, fast lap times. You're gonna spin a lot of laps. I wouldn't be surprised if you end up doing like 19, 20 laps this week. Go to the gate, pick your gate, do your sight lap, come back around. We're gonna lock in and simulate a real 15-minute main event like we're going to Denver. Since your mechanic cheated, now you have to get the whole shot, or it's 20 push-ups after the race. Yeah, or you can move out to the far outside without the cheater line. Devin, for real. Without the whole shot now, it's 20 push-ups after. Or move out to the outside gate.
What is that?
Little bad from everybody.
Well, 2 people are doing push-ups.
Yeah, well, I forgot about that. Man, I'm glad you reminded me, because 10 push-ups, and then you gotta run up and back over this finish line jump 10 times, and each there and back is 1. What? That's a lot. I mean, we were gonna do push-ups or sit-ups, and he got all tough about it and said that was nothing. So
10?
up and over.
Oh.
Got it. You want to do rhythm?
Showing off. Champ.
You're tan, man. Woo, Ripper.
I believe this is light punishment. The AMA would have been way harsher about it.
Because imagine if like the AMA was just like, fine, just do 20 push-ups instead of losing like 2 spots.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like I'm being super nice and forgiving. I even let them split.
There you go.
Pretty lenient over here.
What happened on the start?
I actually had a really good jump, but that mud kind of scared me, to be honest. Those guys had practice starts earlier. I was cold turkey into that one. Wasn't sure what the first turn was like, you know, but
I was like, just
that area.
So yeah, so like I would just land the finish,
sometimes I don't
be calm in a turn, line myself up, and just be like, okay, go on, lift. All right, you're done for the lap.
And then you were clear.
But that's not a bad gap. Second. At the end of it.
No.
Would you guys want tomorrow to be prepped in a way to get dry and like let it get dry tomorrow? Leave on some super hard pack.
You might be able to prep the whoops like he did today, honestly, because they always get big no matter what.
oh, the track's pretty good, man.
I thought just leave it.
Don't even touch it?
Maybe just Yeah, just leave it.
Water it tonight. And
Yeah, soak it tonight.
Don't even touch whoops, because their whoops are going to be crappy this weekend anyhow.
so leave it alone. Just water it and let it start as is.
What's it like being a vet on the team?
Being a vet on the team, it's a really weird feeling. It's a true saying that, you know, as you get older, time starts to fly by a little bit faster each year. I just look at it as, you know, I had my first breakout year when I was 24, and then now I'm 27, and everyone on the team, they're ranging from like 18 to Jet just turned 21, and then the next oldest person is me, 27. So there's a 6-year gap. But I do feel I can bring a lot of perspective and experience to the guys, because I've definitely had a different path to this point in my career, and you know, there's days where I struggled and I've made a comment and Max has straight up told me like, hey, you can't be thinking like that. Like, you can't be thinking about A1. You can't be thinking about your season. You need to focus on today. And you know, he gave me a reality check and I needed that. And then there's days where I'm succeeding and the other guys are struggling, and I'm just like, hey, it's only Tuesday, or it's only Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. Like, you're not getting paid today. You get paid on Saturday. So definitely feel like I can bring some wisdom to the team. So honestly, I'm proud to be the oldest guy. But at the end of the day, to me, age is just a number.
Give them the inside lines.
Yeah, I'm giving the inside lines that you need to hit all outsides to carry speed.
Of the whole 1/4 of the track.
Yeah.
That was the worst, dude. That was the worst.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to compete with my lap times out there.
Probably not, honestly.
Yeah, I was just going so fast I shaved the lap time in half.
Literally in half. And went around the whoops, you're going so fast.
Yeah, dude. I went around the whoops to slow down.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah.
Give you a chance.
Makes sense.
You're set up for success.
I'm very set up for success. Look at it. Look at that thing. More than set up for success. Beautiful, Ripper.
Dialed.
Good morning, Bubs. Good morning, Bubs. We're good.
I'll keep fucking with this. Cool, I appreciate it. Alright, thanks.
Is that Jamie?
It was Jamie. We're working on kind of getting some data for the weekend, learning some stuff about elevation, and a little bit about the bike while we're here. So he's just kind of walking me through setting everything up, and then as the day goes on, we'll be recording our data throughout for all the vitals of the bike, our throttle position, our air intake temperature, air fuel ratio. So that's kind of what we're going to learn at elevation, is how much fuel does it want, and then we can kind of play with it from there.
Well, I also lost good momentum. We're going 4 1/4.
4 1/4.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quarter does. The extra quarter isn't good.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys a little bit.
Thank you.
Trying to get caught up for the track.
It's just that easy, Ripper.
2 corners.
2 turns.
Just 2 turns, and you're that close. So you were P9, and how far off of, let's say, like 3, 4, and 5 were you from a time standpoint?
3 and 4 are 50.7, 50.8. Now I'm at 51.6. So it's literally a second. The flat turns are they're tough. The traction here is very limited. So I'm grateful that we practiced this at club in dry conditions.
Do you feel like you're typically like a better Q2 guy, or is it one of those things where you're like, yeah, I try to get my best time out of Q1, or you use free practice in qualifying 1 to really kind of like dial it in?
Yeah.
And then Q2 is where
I'm
you're
generally
really
better in qualifying in Q2.
Yeah.
Will say I do feel pretty relaxed overall.
You said your breathing's fine even at altitude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like I can just keep going. So I got no complaints. Just out here. Oh, God. I don't know if you could pick that up on camera.
I don't think I heard.
That's my mechanic. Yep.
His whip speed's actually really good right now. Fast, huh? He's coming in strong, carrying on the top.
I went a little softer on the fork and a little quicker on rebound to try and get more drive out of it. Seems to work.
Bike looks good. That start was awesome.
Seems like the front end had more grip for him there, so
Yeah.
don't know what it says, but
Did you say he spun on the grate?
yeah, he spun really great. I got it on video.
It worked perfect.
Yeah, I know.
Because he came off like head forward, driving.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think that sometimes if he gets too much drive off the grate,
Yeah.
he gets that little rock back.
Yeah.
That speed doesn't feel sporadic to me. I feel so comfortable. So
Your corner's not having like that slot car right in the top or bottom that you had to choose, where you're able to kind of carry mid corner, let the rear end slide a little bit. Seemed to help a lot. Whoops, crushed him. It was awesome for the whoops.
yeah, I own that. I own that crap. I'll keep it PG for YouTube.
You're 3/10 off third.
I can't even complain, dude. Like, and I feel comfortable doing that. So like, it's not. I would rather feel comfortable going this pace and being 3/10 off than a Hail Mary lap, being 3/10 off and be like, yeah, that was sick. That was sick. That's all I got. No.
Where do you see yourself finishing this year? You finished 3rd overall last year, but you're racing a different coast. You know that the guys that you're going to be going up against, where do you see yourself finishing?
Realistically, I could see myself. I do see myself finishing top 5 in the series. Whether that's getting a few 6th, 7th, 8th, whatever. I just want to be consistent up front, get good starts. And honestly, let the rest of the field sort itself out. I'm not going out there to be like, oh, I'm definitely gonna get a podium this year, or I'm definitely gonna get like 3 top 5s, whatever. I don't care about that. I just want to go out, log my own laps, and let my consistency pay off. And I saw what it did last year, and I just want to do the same thing this year. So, but yeah, I'll definitely be inside the top 5 for sure.
Looks like Mark's race trying to make moves if you watch the big screen.
I was happy with that. I just rode my solid box.
That was like the most calm I feel like you've looked.
That's the most calm heat race I think I've ever had.
Yeah.
Had those quote unquote bad days where, I could be riding good for myself, but I can always be better. So for me, yes, I thrive when it comes to riding with faster guys or guys just as equal, and you gotta drop the ego at the end of the day. It don't matter who's faster, who's not. You never know who's gonna come, and You just gotta be better. That's it.
Just didn't have that little extra bit.
That's okay. It's better for you to recognize that and know that and not push past that and then potentially get injured, potentially go down.
I was happy with overall how consistent I was.
The way you passed Joe, that was awesome. That was the most aggressive you've been all season. And I mean, it was just good.
One section, dude. That's all it is. That's all it is.
As far as that pass, that was way about opposite.
Still is a solid ride, though.
Yeah.